Acharya Shankara said in Upadasa Sahasri 15.2, Asmarto Drishya Drishyam Pate Chitram Ivavritam Yatra Yen Cha Togyayo Sattu Kshetragya Sangyako. The seen object, when remembered, is like a picture painted on canvas. The canvas and seer are to be understood as the mind and consciousness respectively. In 15.3 he says, Phalantam Chanubhutam Yad Yuktam Kartadi Karkai Asmarya Manam Hi Karmastham Purvam Karmev Tachita. A result such as pleasure or pain that was experienced associated with action by the doer is remembered as an object previously by which that object was perceived is consciousness. In verse 15.4 he says, Dasutso Anyat Bhavet Drishyam Drishyatvad घटवत सदा दृश्यात दिष्टा सजातियो no dhivat sakshi tanetha. The seen is always other than the seer because it is seen like a pot. The seer is unlike the seen, otherwise, like the mind, it could not become witness. Vedantadindimah 29 says, Drig dishyodo padartho asta parakshar bilakshano Drig brahma drishyam maya syat iti Vedantadindimah. The seer and the seen are opposed to one another, that is, they are different objects. The seer is of the nature of Brahman and seen is Maya, illusory. This is truly the declaration of all Vedantic scriptures. Yog Vasishtha 10.5 says, Dishtur Drishyasya Sattanga Bant iti avidhiyate Drashta Drishya Vasat Baddho Drishya Bhave Vimuchite. The relationship of seer and seen is called bondage. The seer becomes bound due to contact with the visible objects, that is Maya, and becomes free in its absence when seen is merged with seer. Verse 930 says, Chit cheti kalana bandhas tan muktir muktir uchite chit cheti akhalam atmeti sarv siddhant sangraha. The imagination of seer and the object to be seen is bondage, and freedom from that bondage is liberation. Seer and the object to be seen, everything is self alone. This is the conclusion of all Vedantic scriptures. Yog Vasishtha 10.6 says, Drishti darshan drishyani tyaktva vasanayasah darshanam pratham avasam atmanam samupasmahe. Abandoning all three ideas of the seer, the seeing and the seen, along with their desires, we adore that self alone by whom the act of seeing is first revealed. All these activities of seeing manifest due to knowledge arising from mental modifications which are illumined by the all-pervading witness consciousness. It has been advised here that one should ignore the material part of mental modification and concentrate on the consciousness aspect that illumines it. Yog Vasishtha 10.7 says, Doer madhye gatam nityam asti nasti iti pakshyo prakastam prakasanam atmanam samupasmahe. We meditate on that self which illumines all luminous objects and is eternally interspread between the two sides of existence and non-existence. Acharya Shankara said in Upadasa Sahasri 14.3.4, Musa siktam ithatamram tannibham jayate tha rupadin vyapto bachittam tannibham drishyate dhruvam vyanjako va yathaloko vyangvasya kartamya sarvarth vyangatvad dhira arthakar pradishyate. Just as molten copper assumes the form of a mold when poured into it, pervading objects like forms, colors, etc., the mind appears to be exactly like them. Just as light, the revealer, assumes the forms of objects revealed by it, so the intellect looks upon all things in as much as it reveals them. Hence the intellect takes the form of object it sees upon. In 1-27, Acharya Shankara says, Yohi Bodha Pratyaya Swadhatvartho Vikriyatmaka Atmana Uplabdha Bhas Phalavastan iti Uplabdhi Sabden Upsaryate. A modification of intellect is called an action, ends in a result in itself, which is the reflection of knowledge, the self. In meditation, the mental modification, which is in the form of object of meditation, converts into knowledge, for which he said in 1-29, Nitya Uplabdhi Matra Ev Hi Uplabdha. The knower is the eternal knowledge only. Acharya Shankara meant The seer itself is the object of seeing, that is seen or knowledge. Again in 13.6 he says, Yatu syan mansi bittis chasukska rup ranjana nitya mevat punodrisya nitya drisya hita. The mental modification which is produced through the instrumentality of the eye and is of the form of the object of vision is always illuminated by the eternal consciousness of the self. Hence, it is clear that meditator himself is the act of meditation, that is seeing or mental modification in the form of intellect, as well as the object of meditation, that is seen or knowledge in the form of witness consciousness. This witness consciousness is eternal knowledge itself, as said by Shankaracharya in Upadasa Sahasri 1-93, Ya tab drishti tat chaitanyamiti. This state of intellect, where duality vanishes, is called Brahmakar Vritti, in which seer, seen, and the act of seeing all becomes one. It is also known as Gyan Samadhi or Sahas Samadhi.